Hey, good evening and welcome to Jazz at the Sandbar, brought to you by the University of New Orleans Jazz Studies Program. Tonight is virtual because we have another episode of the Graduate Students Showcase that is done virtually because there's a lot of different students. It's not just one combo that supply a lot of different material that they've been working on all semester. So it's a unique presentation that we're all looking forward to. Now, as always, I want to give props out to our sponsors, and those are Matt and Priscilla Gordon, the New Orleans Jazz Celebration, WWNO, FM, and Offbeat Publications. So without any further ado, please come and see the University of New Orleans Jazz Studies Program under the direction of Brian Seeger.
Waterfall coming down from my eyes. You leaving me didn't come as a surprise. I'll be honest, I wasn't prepared. Now that you're gone, I'll admit that I'm scared. 'Cause nobody loved me like you did. I just wish that you were still here. I just need one more chance to tell you I love you and hold you again. Nobody loved me like you did. I just wish that you were still here. I just need one more chance to tell you I love you and hold you again. Nobody, I wanna go back to the old days. Take trips and dance in the sun rays. I love you so much, and I just want you to know that nobody loved me like you did. I just wish that you were still here. I just need one more chance to tell you I love you and hold you again. Nobody loved me like you did. I just wish that you were still here. I just need one more chance to tell you I love you and hold you again. Nobody, yeah. Nobody, yeah.
Sandbar, how are you? Yes, indeed. Wave to the good folks out there. I'm Brian Seeger. These are my beautiful, creative folks. Yeah. Oops, I'm having a little sound issue here. Hold on a second. It's so funny. I had this all tested out and it was all just perfect. Are you all there?
I hear you, Professor.
Live,
Okay, great.
live and ready.
Okay, beautiful. So let me look over here and see if we're going out. Can you all talk for a second?
Sure. How's
Okay,
everybody
it's
going?
going out. Everything was
Yeah.
fine. I'm psyching myself out here. Okay, good. That first tune you all heard, that was what was the name of that one, Jade?
That tune is called Mini.
Minnie.
It's an original.
That was beautiful. Uh, and that was Jade, and that was Dylan over there. And the way that our class worked, we had 15 pairs, unique pairs, and folks would go off and they would create music together and they would deliver it and we would listen to it and over the course of the semester we ended up with well over 20 pieces of music, and it was close to impossible to actually pick the ones for the Sandbar, and so we just tried to come up with some program that didn't last for forever. But I just want to thank you all so much for just bringing such beautiful music to the table week after week, and it was just a thrill listening to everything that we're presenting tonight, and I'm super excited to hear it again. And so, Jade, you want to say something else about that tune for the folks out there?
Sure. So I really had a great time collaborating with Dylan on this piece. This piece was like about maybe 3 or 4 years old. I had it in my like songbook collection, and I wrote the song for my grandmother in memory of her, and the tune was just about like mourning someone and wanting that person to be around. So that's the backstory behind it. And Dylan just brought it to life and added his expertise to it and just really turned the whole song around. So it wouldn't have been the same without him. So I really appreciate the opportunity. But yeah, that's the song Mini.
It's a super sweet. It's such a sweet, beautiful sentiment, that song. I, I really, really dug it. And so the next tune that we're going to listen to the collaboration that was between Alan and Dylan. And Alan, do you want to talk about this tune? I think it's called October, if I got that correct.
Yeah, I wrote this one. I assume the microphone is working.
Yes.
I wrote it in October, just days before I met up with Dylan. It was a creative songwriting exercise, although there's no singing to it, so it's a tune. It's a tune writing exercise. But I was using unresolved 2/5/1s, 2/5s, better said, and just trying to expand on just break some boundaries into what I was writing, and melodically and harmonically. So it's not very it's not pop music, but we took the tune and we played the melody, and then we improvised on it in a jazz style.
Yeah, it's a quite a vehicle for improvisation. I was
Yeah, it's meant to be a vehicle.
it's a challenge for sure. So okay, so enjoy. This is October featuring Alan and Dylan. Yeah. I love that tune, man. You got to get me a chart for that. I think I would play it. It's such a sweet song.
Well, it was Xavier on bass and Rudy on guitar, and we had a pleasurable time recording that little Caribbean cruise along with the scenic uh, sea. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's super. It's super. Like, yeah, little steel drum action maybe, and that's all
Oh,
that's all it
absolutely.
needed. It's too bad Xavier's not here. He's out on the road as our wonderful graduate students are wont to do, and
Yeah.
but we're wishing him a successful gig this evening wherever he might be. So I mean, how did you guys work that out though, Rudy? Like, was the tune formed, or did you write it together, or like what was the process?
Um, the idea actually came from a project that I was working on, and when he heard it, he liked it. As a result of that, we wrote some chords out and basically formulated the song, and his lovely bass playing complemented it very well. So it's a style that's very on the nylon string guitar. It works out really well with the bass and the nylon string, and that was something when we collaborated on, we realized that we had something there, and from there we just continue, developed it into what you heard.
I think the thing I really love about that one is the form. It's like it's I don't know. It's just a nice. It's nice that there's like a little interlude, and I feel like the structure of it is really good. Was that something you all
Well,
worked out together, or was
when we put it together, we thought about A, B, and C, and I once the pieces were put together, I just depended on Xavier to coordinate the flow of it.
cool? Awesome, thank you. So the next tune that we're going to check out is a collaboration between Audrey and Jade, and I believe that this was like a Audrey original composition called "Alone." Do you want to talk about that, Audrey?
Sure, sure. Yes. Yeah, it's an original of mine. And I actually wrote this not for voice, maybe like 10 years ago, and it wasn't finished. And then when we started doing these duos, I pulled it back out and decided to put some words to it. And working with Jade, just thought like this is perfect for her to sing. Um, so this is maybe 10 years in the making. Um, but it's a pleasure always working with Jade.
What do they say? Better late than never.
Something like that.
I'm super intrigued. I so how was the melody originally played? Because to me, I would have never imagined that this was ever anything other than a tune with words.
Okay, yeah. Some lines I are a little inverted. Like I wrote it for the trumpet in mind. I can send you later on. I'll send you a recording of like the quartet playing it.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So some of the lines are a little different, but otherwise it's pretty much the same.
I mean, it's such. Well, everyone's going to get to hear it, so I don't have to go on and on about how lovely of a piece it is and how you both all just sound fantastic. I guess some of the
Thank
people
you.
in Sandbar Land might have seen the live version of this last week. Jay, did you have something you wanted to add about this one?
Um, I will say that it was just awesome working with Audrey. Um, a really wonderful tune, really spoke to me, and like she's just an amazing singer songwriter and just overall great musician. So I hope the recording translates how I really felt in the moment during the recording process. But yeah, Audrey's awesome. So yeah.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so here is Alone with Audrey and Jade.
You keep things locked inside. Though I want you, I don't know where to find. It doesn't feel right alone. Take the trash and lock the door. Every day the same score. Somehow I'm looking for more. It just doesn't feel right alone. Heart, you get in my way. Oh, the everyday. But please don't fail me now, 'cause I gotta know how. Clothes all on the floor. There is nothing more. Said all that I could say. Thank God you left me alone. Heart, you get in my way. Of the everyday. But please don't fail me now, 'cause I gotta know how. Clothes all on the floor. There's nothing more. Said all I could say. Thank God you left me. Thank God you left me. Thank God you left me all
Woohoo! Nice work. So, yeah, it's quite a thing to take that tune that's been played a thousand, 100,000 times and figure out something new to do with it. And I really appreciated that you did. You want to. That was Dylan and Rudy, by the way. Dylan, would you like to say something about that?
Yeah. So, Rudy and I got together and we just basically put a recorder in the middle of the room and started jamming, and ended up working on some standards and working out some different ideas. Rudy had some ideas about intros and outros, and we kind of worked on those and then put things together, and then it turned into blue bossa at the end. So yeah, Rudy, if you have anything else to say about some of the additional stuff that you came up with on that, go ahead.
Very, very interesting. I like the combination of the two instruments, nylon string and electric guitar. And of course, the collaboration was very, very much unique. Usually you'll hear two electric guitars playing, but in our case, we had an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar. And I think that the creation and the style of that song was very exemplified of the nylon string guitar. So it was a perfect combination of pizzazz and flair that came out of that. Thank you, Dylan.
I mean, to me, that's one of the things that's been interesting about doing this, because this is the third semester now, and 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 this format for this combo was not it it was it was moved forward by the circumstances, but it wasn't created by the circumstances. I have a friend in Boston. She's a very fantastic cellist that specializes in Brazilian music. Her name's Catherine Bent, and we were hanging out at a Christmas party, and we were talking about her experiences in music education and going to school and everything. And she told me, yeah, she had been in an ensemble at New England Conservatory, and that was they did the same thing, which they paired up in duets, and they had to like come up with some music. And I thought, because I had been already thinking, is there another way to utilize combo time? Uh, and it kind of struck me, and everything that she said about it struck me, because there's a lot of power dynamics that happen in ensembles, and when there's six people, there's always going to be somebody that's like the tiger, and there's somebody that's going to be the more supportive kind of person, and everybody, and the roles can get defined pretty early, and the quieter people, even though they have tremendously important ideas, they don't always get heard, because the louder people like suck up all the oxygen. So I thought that was a really interesting thing about it. But I also, like, another thing that's been really interesting is just that, especially when you work through it like we did, that we did all the 15 pairs. So then we come up with things that maybe, somebody, I mean, two guitars isn't the most unusual thing, but like you said, yeah, nylon string and electric guitars, that's maybe on the unusual side. But then we had pieces with two pianos, which is that's like an interesting challenge. Or if it's, yeah, it's just finding different ways to do things with what you're handed, I think. And it just opens up a lot of doors. There's a lot of data there in terms of, and you're in a larger ensemble situation down the road, and you can still be like, yeah, well, this could be a nice texture to take it down to just two, or we can use these two as like the predominant sound. I don't know. Maybe that's not interesting to you all, but to me, to me, that's like, it's really interesting, and I love that. From standing on the side of the desk that I get to stand on, I love that everybody has a chance to like to make a statement, because I can't tell you how many times that I stood in front of a regular combo and wished that the quiet, serene type person like like that I would get a chance to hear their full creative potential, and so in this case nobody gets to hide, and it's like, what I discover is we have six just like ferociously talented people, some in some ways the same and in some ways completely different, and it's very special. I mean, I've really appreciated that as an opportunity.
You know, what I realize, the collaboration and the communication and us working with two people is far more intense than a combo of four or five or working with a large ensemble. You really have to listen and vibe off of your partner. When Dylan told me that he had worked at, for instance, our case, when Dylan had told me he had worked in a Latin band, I thought immediately something that had a bossa. And so that connection intertwined to make, um, a creative moment come alive. And I'm sure that happened with everyone else in listening to their partner that they work with, their better half. It was like a marriage.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like add it to the list of all the things that you learn about life, like in the pursuit of any kind of excellence. There's like all these lessons that we can apply to other things, and like, yeah, I mean, the dynamics. I mean, I've always felt like that playing music with somebody is like a very tremendously uh, intimate thing that we get to experience, that a lot of other people will never have that opportunity to experience that kind of intimacy. I mean, they maybe with like their significant other, but it's a special, it's one of the gifts. It's one of the gifts that we have in what we do. When we're wondering about what the paybacks are, I mean, to me, that is one of the paybacks, is that how close I've been with so many special people over all around the world, and also just that thing where I can like show up in Cuba and not even really be able to communicate in the same language with somebody, and we can really then still be on very much on the same page, and it's a special gift of what we get to do. So we have this tune now that we don't really know that we thought we were going to find out tonight, ladies and gentlemen, why this tune is called DK Ultra. But the namer of the tune is out playing gigs. So I mean, Dylan worked with Xavier Molina, he's a gem of a human being, and he plays more instruments than should be legal, and he's just ferociously on fire creatively all the time, and I feel like he has like this laser beam of love that just kind of comes out of his heart, like that's like his superhero power or whatever, and he was an undergrad here, and I loved having him as an undergrad. When I heard he was coming back as a grad student, let me just tell you that not all undergrads, when they say they're coming back as a grad student, I'm ready to see them again. But when he said he was coming back, I was just thrilled, because this cat is he's just like I said, he's like a love hose or something. But and then that he plays so many instruments so well, and he just can't help himself just to be crazy creative. So Dylan and Xavier worked on this tune. So tell us what you Dylan, about it.
Yeah, so I don't know much. Basically, Xavier created the track. It was he created the track and just sent it to me. And at the time, it was just a rhythm track, so there was no horns or any melody instruments playing at the time. And he really didn't tell me anything else. He just sent the track to me. So I listened to it, and already just the rhythm track itself was great. I mean, I listened to it a few times. Even if I wasn't going to play on it, I was probably still going to listen to it because it was just so groovy and it just felt so good. And I almost didn't know what to do with it since it was already felt so complete. So I ended up just taken some guitar solos, adding some, little guitar bits here and there, and I sent it to him, and then he took it even further than it was when he first sent it to me.
Cool. Yeah, it's well, everyone's going to get to hear. And so this is I have to look up the name, DK Ultra by Xavier and Dylan. Let me make sure I have the right one queued up. Okay, here we go.
Wow.
Was it real? Was it love? Or was it all a lie? You told me you would be mine. Now it's over. I'm reclaiming back my time. But kiss me before I go. I ain't coming back no more. It's clear you never loved me. I was just in too deep. I was in too deep. I was in too deep. So I'm singing all my sorrows away. 'Cause you never really gave me space. Now I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on me. I'm crying all my sorrows away. I don't wanna see your face. Now I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on me. I'm singing all my sorrows away. 'Cause you never really gave me space. Now I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on me. Now I'm crying all my sorrows away. I don't wanna see your face. Now I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on me. Away, away, away. Sing it away, away, away. Away, away, away. Away, away, away. Sing it away, away, away. Away, away, away. Sing it away, away, away.
Wow, what a powerful tune that is, man. Whew. That's deep, man. Yes, indeed. Tell us about that one, Jade.
I'm sorry about that. The place that I'm at is about to close. So
Oh,
I'll make it really quick. Yeah, so I actually wrote that song like about a year ago. I was just I tend to like write songs that I'm like actually going through. I haven't found the power to like write songs that I can't relate to or that I've never experienced. And so this song was like a declaration to myself that I'm moving on with my life and I'm no longer taking anybody's mess. So if
nice.
anybody can relate to that, this song is for you.
Yes, indeed.
um,
And
but I also
that was Alan on that one, right? Too.
Yes, Alan also helped bring this tune to life because I got stuck with it. I didn't have like a chorus for it, and I also didn't have the chords for the chorus, so it was just like a verse alone. Oh, it really only one verse, and then Alan, with his great skills, just said, and to come up with the changes for the chorus, and it's basically co-written. He helped me make the song like make finalize it. So yeah, thanks, Alan. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it's mostly Jade. She had the verses, and the chorus. The only magic was this was pre-hurricane, which for me and pre-hurting my finger. So it was the first project of the semester. But yeah, just 10 minutes in the practice room, and I had the chords, and then the chorus came out of that. But the performance is all her. So
It's a nice
it's
tune,
came
man.
out well.
Yeah, it's really happening. That's so cool. Y'all are so y'all are so cool. That's all I can say. It's just awesome, man. It's awesome sauce. Yes, indeed. So we got one last tune. Is there any does anyone have any the end of this season's Sandbar that you would like to share with our people out there?
I will say, thanks to you, Mr. Seeger. This whole semester wouldn't have been like possible without you being caring and supporting us and actually pushing our ideas forward. I've never been in a combo like this ever. And so this is really new, challenging, and so much fun being in a duo. So thanks to you and thanks to everyone, all of my partners. I really had fun collaborating with you all. And so I look forward to making some more music with y'all. And y'all just keep on being great. So, woohoo, happy semester ending.
Line up for the turkey. Yes, indeed. Audrey, you have any final words?
Oh, the same. This has been so special, really special. And I think the track that's about to happen, I will say, is probably the last thing that I thought I'd be doing for semester jazz study.
That's why I saved it for the end.
um,
I
but
love the track, though. I love it. Everyone's going to get to hear. It's awesome.
thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Seeger.
Oh man, yeah. This is Dylan. With Dylan, as Dylan ended up, he each one of his five. Well, he actually there was, even though people were supposed to only do one, or they, the assignment was to do one piece. There was many times where folks couldn't help themselves and deliver two pieces. But so Dylan actually got to have his representation with all of his five collaborators
Wait,
on here.
but this one is actually with Savior.
Right, I know, but I was pointing this out in case Dylan wanted to add something to the conversation here before we left.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I wasn't expecting to have a lot of tracks being played, but yeah, it's been great. This whole experience, I think one of the best things that I've gotten out of it so far is just connecting with everyone individually, as opposed to being in a normal combo where you might not, hang out with that person or talk to everyone in the combo besides just playing once or twice a week. This has definitely been a much more personal experience, and I feel like all of us together have gotten to know each other a little bit more, and I feel that will carry on through the future a lot more than just a typical class or a typical combo. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful for that, and I think that's probably been the best part of the experience, I would say.
I mean, it's been a joy for me because Dylan also came back to us, but after quite a few years, and just hearing all the sounds and all the things you have access to now is just, it's been fantastic. I've super enjoyed all of it, and honestly, I'm quite jealous of many of your guitar tones. I'll just lay that on the table. So one day I'll take a lesson with you, and you can give me some pointers. Alan, do you have any parting thoughts?
I this I'm glad that I got to collaborate with everyone. The only wish is that we have one more series of collaboration. So there's possibly five, 6 songs that could not appear tonight because
Exactly.
I met with Rudy. I met with Rudy on Friday, and we already recorded something. But yeah, that's just how time works. So, but yeah, working with everyone, and perhaps we'll work in the future. So it was a good experience overall.
Yeah, Rudy, you have any parting words? Oops, you're muted, my friend. This is like real life.
Here we are in real life, real color, and
where
real,
you're talking to people and you're
UNO.
muted on Zoom. I think most of our listeners probably
That's right.
have
That's right.
experienced that. Yes.
I just want to wish everyone a happy holiday that's up front of us. Lord knows we've had our, past of hurricanes and COVID and everything else that's, you know, we did not allow that to influence our natural creativity. I am really just astounded by all the talent, within our circle here that has just totally illuminated my creativity, you know, and to know that the university is still a sound source of unique talent. Um, Working with vocals, working with instrumentals, working with a super professor, Brian Seeger. It's been a pleasure. And, we know that the beat goes on, and, 5 or 10 years from now, we'll look back and recall the impressions that was bestowed upon us, mentally and spiritually, because it's definitely a spiritual connection. Music, just surpasses all limitations. And, the Creator has given us a great opportunity to express our talents. And I'm just totally feeling like this experience has been a blessed experience,
Yeah, you're right, man. I
So,
feel the same
yeah, it's
way,
been
man.
good.
I feel the same way. That I get to do this with y'all is it's just amazing. So Audrey, you want to set up the last tune before we roll it?
Sure, sure. This is, I guess, from a collaboration between Xavier and I. It was also our first what project together of the semester, and I guess the big theme of this was that we met Thursday before Ida and had all these grand plans, and then everything just kind of got put in a little whirlwind. And I guess I want to shout out to the fact that you're talking about how he just plays everything. The banjo on the track he picked up while evacuated to, I think, like Birmingham or somewhere, and then came back and said, "Oh, I want to do this. Let's put this on this track." So
It's unfair.
yeah. So it started like as a half-baked idea, this song, and he motivated me to just finish it and put together something. So this is what we ended up with.
Okay. What is the name? Because I have two different names. What are you calling it now?
I think we settled on Sleep Tight.
Okay, Sleep Tight. So here's Sleep Tight. And thank you all for hanging out. And we'll see you next season. And have a blessed holidays. And be good to yourselves. Okay, here you go.
Thank